So the life inventory, I know it sounds really crazy, but pointing out that there was a lack of happiness,
Mm-hmm.
it should have been really obvious.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first. It was like it woke me up.
Really like the life map
Okay.
because it gave me a good perspective of where I'm happy, where I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good eye opener because it let me know like I'm actually not happy in any of those aspects because of the character aspect of what I'm not doing to commit to myself at
Right.
this point. Yeah, it just was a really good indication to me of what's happening within is what's happening without.
For people who are really interested and care about their life mattering, like they actually want their life to serve and contribute and grow. I just know how painful it can be, how confusing it can be when you're just stuck in a swirl. So that you could pinpoint where some of the confusion is coming from through something like this and have a conversation with somebody like you to get clear. I mean, sometimes the biggest thing that we crave when it's dark and shadowy is just clarity. So what a gift, what a tool that in some ways, this is a diagnostic tool. Sometimes, again, when you're stuck in the shadows of things and you can't see what direction you're headed and it's just really confusing. Sometimes all you need is a diagnostic. You need to plug into something and be like, what part of this system is malfunctioning right now? Because you can't find that most of the time when you're in it. Something's off. I don't know what it is. So to have a diagnostic is brilliant.
So what I've done is I did 3 computer trainings to get better. And the biggest thing is blocking the excuse that I'm not capable. It's like, get rid of that. You're capable of doing anything when you put your mind to it. So just do it.
Yes.
Do I like it? I'm learning to. It's not really, I guess it's empowering, but it's challenging, but that's okay. I got on MeWe, Instagram, learning how to post things on my business page, and taking the steps to call clients from my past and just say, hey, how are you doing through all this stuff? And it's like, wow, you know what? People really want you to care about them. And I do. So,
and to be able to go like the one thing, like to go say, like, what's the one thing that I could invest in, pour myself into, that if I poured into that, all the others would rise. Holy smokes, now you're not just diagnosing all kinds of things. You're giving me a shortcut to getting back in the game. You've heard the saying, a high tide floats all boats. And in some ways, lately, at least who I've heard say that, usually speaks about it from a negative connotation. But if you think about like the high tide of your spirituality or the high tide of the energy you're pouring into the most important things in your life, it'll float the other boats that are on those bubbles on the chart. Like, so focus on the thing that has the most light and lift, right? Because that's going to float the rest.
Right. So what I love about this work, and I've never seen it done like this before, is it takes all the complex pieces of our life and puts it out in front of us in a way that can't be ignored. And what that does is it helps us take information, take the stuff that we already know and feel inside, and make what's implicitly happening on the inside explicit to us on the outside. And when that happens, for people that care about living their best life, for people that care about contributing, when that happens, that information becomes power. That information becomes the thing that fuels the accountability of how we step into our lives, our relationships, our work. That accountability is what we're here for. It's about living that life, that the gifts that we have and the values that we care about. It's about stepping into that life. And that is why this work is so relevant and so needed right now. I hope you'll step into it. Take care.